Let's bring in our next guest, who says Signal is absolutely not suitable for government use, as it stores data on devices where the app is installed, creating multiple access points for hackers. Let's bring in Jake Williams, VP of Research and Development at Hunter Strategy and a former NSA hacker. Jake, welcome to you. And what have you heard? Have you been following at all the hearing this morning, or that clip that Eamon just played? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I followed the hearing a little bit this morning. It's a really interesting claim to say none of that's classified when, in fact, they're talking about the time and location of U.S. warfighting efforts. I can't think of anything that, having worked in DoD myself, right, for almost 2 decades, I can't think of anything that's more obviously classified than that.
So it's up to them to ultimately, I guess, make that determination. Can they make it after the fact? Yeah, definitely. Of course, they can make the determination is something classified or not after the fact. But again, the real-time location and types of offensive operations, right, that we're conducting, has traditionally been highly sensitive and even limited need-to-know basis, right, for just despite any security clearance you might have. So, yeah, I mean, there's the other records keeping obligations, right, that are clear there as well. Again, this is just foundationally incompatible with records keeping, but prima facie, the idea this data wasn't classified is just, it's absurd. And how is classified? Let's go on the presumption, okay, that information like this is supposed to go through these official government channels. What do those channels look like, Jake?
Well, I mean, certainly there are different places they could, whether it's classified email systems, whether it's secure classified cell phones, what have you. There are many different paths by which these individuals could have exchanged that information, as opposed to again, Signal, which could be captured by a threat actor if it's that data is being forwarded, let's say, to like a desktop or a laptop, or even if they've hacked a mobile phone.
Because it's storing some of that information on the iPhone itself, is that right?
Yeah, absolutely, right. It's much more, the data is much more difficult to get to on an iPhone than it is if you have that link to your Mac desktop or even your PC desktop. But it is, that data is all something that can be stolen, even messages that have disappeared, right, and that you can no longer see in your user interface. I routinely recover these in forensic investigations.